Hey friends, Cherie here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 13. Today I'm here to share with you all 3 skirt patterns that I would like to sew in 2026 using quilters cotton fabrics that I sell in my Etsy store. So let's get into these patterns. Actually, real quick before we do, this is a 4th pattern that I'm not revealing yet because I'm going to do a separate pattern review on this one. Love this one. It has pockets, but you'll hear more about the making of this skirt in a future video, all right? But let's get to the 3 patterns that I'm going to share today. Okay, first up, we have McCall's 8222. And this is I think just a really cute skirt. I love the different lengths, but my preference is view C, the longer length with the split up the front. So that's probably what I will make. I had originally pulled a linen fabric that I wanted to make this in. I have a couple twills that I'm thinking about, but I got in some new prints that I think also this skirt will sew up beautifully in. So that'll probably be the one that I will share with you all in a future video, maybe even as a sew along, we shall see. But let's get this flipped over and look a little bit further at the details of this pattern. So it is rated easy, as you can see here. It says it has 6 pattern pieces, and you can see the suggested fabrics are cotton blends, twill, denim, and linen. Yeah, denim, a lightweight denim would be darling in this too. Your notions, you're going to of course need thread, and then you need a zipper and 1 button for that front closure. This pattern size range is from a 6 up to a 24. And if we look at the measurements for determining the size pattern you would cut, it says here, this is for, well, no, it doesn't have the sizing in here. It probably has it on the, yeah, you can follow general sizing up here. But it does have the finished garment measurement. So that's what I would use to decide on the size to make. So for the size 6, the finished hip width is 41 inches. And for the size 24, the finished hip width is 56.5 inches. So remember, that's the garment measurement, not your actual body measurement. The garment measurement is going to have some natural ease and, you know, looseness built into it. So you can use that as a judge for the size that you would need to make if you decide to try this pattern out. Yeah, and so, I mean, most of the seaming here you're going to do is straight. It does look like it has pockets. And of course, you would have to be able to install a zipper as well as do your buttons. The pleating, the other sewing, I think is going to be pretty straightforward, but we'll have a look at the directions in a second. As far as fabric requirements, it looks like you're going to need anywhere from 1 yard up to a little under 2 yards for view A, which is the shorter skirt. Again, depending on your size and the width of the fabric. If we go down to view B, which is kind of a mid-length, looks like it's going to hit like right at the knee. You're going to need anywhere from 1 3/8 or 1 1/8 yards of fabric up to, again, 1 3/8 yards of fabric. And then for skirt C, which is your longer skirt, you're going to need anywhere from 1 3/8 yards of fabric up to 1 7/8 yards of fabric. So just under 2 yards of fabric if you're using a quilter's weight cotton, 45-inch wide cotton fabric, which is what I plan to do. So that's not too bad. And then you're going to need some fusible interfacing, probably for the waistband. I'm not sure if you use it anywhere else, but you'll definitely need that for the waistband on the skirt. All right, let's get the instruction sheet out, look at the line drawings, and have a quick glance at the instructions. Okay, so here's what the line drawings are looking like. And then here are the 6 pattern pieces. You're using the same pattern pieces for all 3 views. You're just going to be cutting your front and back piece at different lengths based on if you're doing view A, view B, or view C. And so, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. This does have a fly front with the zipper. So that fly front, you know, I think is probably going to be, you know, the one step that kind of separates this from being like a beginner pattern to being an advanced beginner pattern, because you do, you know, you need to be familiar with installing a zipper. And the fly front zipper is a little bit different installation than putting in your flat zipper. And so, yeah, you'll need to do that. And that's kind of that's how you start it. So that's nice. You get that hardest part done first. And then you just move through, you know, installing your darts, doing your pockets, installing your waistband, and then finishing things up with your buttonhole and hemming. And then it looks like, you know, for view C, which is the C that I want to make, you, you know, you have your little slits that you need to do at the front. And then you do your edge stitching and top stitching. So pretty straightforward, not a ton of steps. And so, yeah, I think this could sew up really beautifully using some of the Quilter's Weight cotton fabrics. I still do want to make it in the linen and the twill that I pulled as well. I think this is just a fun, basic little skirt. So I really like it. So again, this first skirt is McCall's 8222. Okay, the next skirt we're going to have a quick look at. This is definitely easier in comparison to that first one, the McCall's pattern, mainly because you don't, you know, your closure, you don't have closures. It's a pull-on skirt with an elastic waist. Now, you do need to do your gathering, and you will be working with a lot of fabric. But, you know, from a skill standpoint, it's a pretty easy skirt. And actually for this one, and then the next one I'm going to show you, I do have a similar skirt tutorial on the channel. I will link to it in the iCards right now, and I'll definitely try to remember to put it in the description box. It is for a different pattern, but it's very, very similar. And actually, I mean, if you watch that tutorial, you'll know exactly what you need to do to make this skirt as well as the next skirt. Here, if we look at the back, the suggested fabrics here are eyelet fabric, gauze, georgette, jersey, and voile. And this one is lined. It has some lining. I think the upper part is lined. It's calling for a batiste or a cotton blend or a crepe de chine. It is, so this is a pattern that you can use a woven non-stretch fabric as well as a stretch jersey fabric with. Again, I would be using a quilter's cotton. Quick look at the notions. You're going to need some elastic. And then if you do view A, which has that pom-pom trim at the tiers, you're going to need 10.5 yards of 1-inch pom-pom trim. The pattern sizing is from an 8 to a 26. And it does have the body measurements here for you to peruse to help you decide which size to make. But they're going from the smallest size at 31.5 inches for the bust. Well, you don't really need the bust measurement, so I'm just going to talk about the waist. I think that's the most important measurement. For a skirt like this, you're talking about 24-inch waist up to a 41-inch waist for the size 26, all right? And then here, if we look at the fabric consumption, you're going to need anywhere from 4 yards up to a little under 5 yards, depending on the width of your fabric, as well as your size. And then you're going to need an additional like 2.5 yards or so for the lining. And it does have the finished garment measurement here, which includes that ease as well. All right. They are rating this as an easy pattern, and I would say that is an accurate description of this based on the steps involved. The hardest step, I think, again, is just working with the volume of fabric that you're going to need to gather to do your tiers. It just takes a little bit of patience, and yeah, it's just a lot of fabric to work with. Okay, so the feature that I liked about this one, I've made similar skirts to this one, and you'll see it, the next pattern coming up is also quite similar to this. What I liked about this one is it has that double elastic for the waist. I find that like fits a little bit flatter to your tummy. I like that. And I like that this one has a lining in it, because especially if I use one of the cotton lawn fabrics, you know, they're a little bit lighter weight. They're a little bit translucent, especially in certain light, right? You would be able to see like your silhouette through it, through the fabric. And so having that lining there, I think is a really nice feature. So that's why I want to go ahead and make this one. And then you can see here, very few pattern pieces to put together. You have a total of 5 pattern pieces, and you're going to use all 5 pattern pieces, whether you're making view A or B. The big difference is just if you're adding the trim. And I just want to say here too, like if you're not into the pom-pom trim, a lace trim or like just a flat ribbon trim could also be really pretty to accent the tiers. Here from the fabric layout though, right, you're cutting those pattern pieces multiple times to get the width of the tiers that you need. So it's a lot of cutting. Directions are not, it's not many steps you need to do. It's just a lot of straight seam piecing together and then again gathering and attaching your tiers. You only have a total of 3 tiers to do. And then you have your elastic that you put in, you do your lining, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And so, I mean, that's it. It's really straightforward. Okay, and like I said, I will link to that tutorial that I did, the step-by-step one, where I really took you through how to complete it from start to finish. It was a little girl skirt, but it's really the same steps are involved in this one, all right? So that's a quick look at Butterick 6999. And then our third pattern that we're going to look at here is McCall's 8326. I've actually already cut this out and I'm mostly done this skirt. Yeah, I'll be excited to share this with you all here on the channel soon. Version B and C are basically the same. It's just, if you're using the same fabric for all your tiers versus if you're alternating the fabrics, okay? And so again, this is rated very easy because again, it's an elastic waist pull-on skirt. So you're not having to worry about any buttons or zippers. This doesn't even have pockets in it. And again, that sewing tutorial, this is almost exactly the adult version of the skirt that I made in the sewing tutorial. It was for a little girl's pattern, but pretty much just like this. If we look here at the fabric suggestions, it says cotton, blends, linen, challis, and gingham. The notions are elastic. Basically, that's all you need. And of course, your thread. And then if we look here at the size range, this goes from an extra small up to an extra, extra large. And then again, look, I would use the waist measurement as my primary measurement. Maybe the hip, because this one is does fall a little bit closer to the hip as far as design go. But look at those to see, where your measurements fall to help you select the size to cut. And then if we have a quick glance at the fabric requirements for skirt A, which is the shorter version, which hits right around the knee, a little bit under the knee, that one is going to require anywhere from 1 7/8 yards of fabric up to 2.5 yards of fabric, depending on your size and the width of your fabric. View B, you're using all the same fabric. And so you're going to need anywhere from 5.5 to 6 yards of fabric to make that. And then view C is the one where you have contrasting tiers. So for your main fabric, you need anywhere from 3 1/8 up to 3 5/8 yards of fabric. And then for your contrast tier, you're going to need 2.5 yards of additional fabric for that. And it does show the finished garment length. So you can use that to decide, especially if you need to lengthen or shorten it based on your height. But view A is going to be 21 inches from waist to hem. So you can see if that hits you at your knee or below your knee and adjust accordingly. And then views B and C are 36-inch long skirts. And as you can see, views B and C are really made to hit right above your ankle, basically maxi length skirts. There's a quick look at the line drawings. And again, I mean, this is suggesting that you or giving you the information to use the same fabric. But if you want to get creative, I mean, you could use a different fabric for each of your tiers. Have fun with it. It's really up to you. These are just suggestions. See here, these are the 8 pattern pieces. And yeah, very straightforward cutting. You're cutting a lot of those pieces on the fold. And then again, you can see here, which I show you all this in my sewing tutorial. You're basically just like that previous Butterick pattern 6999, you're just piecing your tiers together, and then you're gathering the upper edge and attaching it to the lower edge of the tier above it. And then your final step is installing your waistband casing with your elastic and hemming. So this is definitely the easiest of the skirts as far as a skill level is required. It also uses the most fabric of the three. And so keep that in mind. But yeah, great way to make just some easy breezy, quick skirts. All three of these patterns are going to be a great addition to my spring and summer wardrobe for 2026. Peek of this one bonus one I was thinking about reviewing, but I think I'll do that in a later video. But I'm gonna thank you for joining me for Vlogmas Day 13, and I will see you back here for Vlogmas Day 14 soon. Take good care. Bye.